Madam Speaker, thank you. Let me begin by thanking the distinguished senator from Bomet for bringing this statement on these universities. The cost of learning in this country has skyrocketed. And during this era, it beats the purpose of having a public university that receives a lot of state funding, yet the leaders in these universities never think or contemplate a situation where they have to start creating endowments. Madam Speaker, when we were growing up, most people who went to local universities, I didn't get an opportunity to go to a local university, but they used to be given a boom by the government. But now, because of the demand for education by more students going to universities, because of the rising need for financial aid, you'll find that a lot of universities here are not able to sustain themselves. Mr. Speaker, today I was speaking to a leader in one of the universities in Narok, and we were talking about a student who has applied to go to that university. And this is a very needy student. I was quite happy to hear that some universities have some little scholarships that they can be able to give to those needy students, bright students. I think it's about time for us now to look at this. Are we increasing college tuition fees so that we can be able to set up endowments, or are we increasing them because of the bloated administrative cost, Madam Speaker? Madam Speaker, I wish that the Committee on Education would interrogate all public universities to see whether any of those universities, including even the Kenya School of Law, whether they have any endowments. Universities in other developed nations and even other African countries have endowments which they invest in stocks. The profits that they get, they use it to be able to run the institutions and charge little amount in terms of tuition. This is an opportunity for this country. And for the Cabinet Secretary, who is very fast in saying that whenever there's a riot, instead of investigating the reason as to why they are rioting in those universities, that the students should bear the cost. Find out what is the problem. Madam Speaker, yesterday we were meeting with the KEMSA board to try and understand why they are taking these drastic moves. And one of the presenters, one of the board members said that when they were doing an HR audit, they found out that storekeepers had a degree in biochemistry. A storekeeper had a degree, he had a master's in education. But they were asking themselves, why is it that these people are doing that job instead of seeking better opportunities? And the answer is not quantum physics, Madam Speaker. The answer is that there are no opportunities. Maybe that student has not even paid off their students' loans that they get from this university. So, Madam Speaker, it will be very important for the Committee of Education, and I know the distinguished senator, the nominated senator from Bomet, who is the chair, can be able to investigate this further because she's a professor.
Thank you.
Look at, and, excuse me?
What's your point of order, Senator Cherargei?
Is it in order for Senator Ledamo Olekina to say Senator Langat is the chair? Yet we know he is not a
Former chair.
Yes.
I thought that he said former chair. Maybe I didn't
Madam
hear it
Speaker,
well.
you know, it beats me sometimes where we ask point of orders. The distinguished senator from Nandi ought to have listened to my submissions. I said the chair is a nominated senator from Bomet. I was not referring to Senator Langat, because then it would beat the purpose as to why he would bring a statement for his own committee. So, to finalize, you know, very interesting. But
Thank you. Just wind up, please.
let me wind up, Madam Speaker. But of course, I had to laugh. But finally,
your laughter is attracting another point of order.
it's all right. Let it attract.
From
But
Senator
you can't.
Kachwang.
Order. Madam Speaker, everything we say in this House needs to be transcribed on the Hansard. Could Senator Ledamo Olekina give directions on how that laughter shall be captured in the Hansard? Otherwise, it should be struck off completely.
I think he was winding up. I don't know. Senator Ledamo, can you wind up,
Madam
please?
Speaker, when a point of order is raised, the person who raises the point of order expects to be given a response.
Yeah.
Madam Speaker, my response is very simple. It will be written there, laughter. You know, and that matter proceed. But finally, to conclude, Madam Speaker,
Yes,
I
please,
hope
I
that
know.
the committee will go further and request a statement of all funds which are given by the Ministry of Education to all public universities. On top of that, Madam Speaker, it will also be important and of interest to this House for us to receive a statement of how much money, public money, has been given to the private universities which has now accepted public students. Madam Speaker, I support.